Long before the thunder of battle, under a cold gray sky in the north, men gathered in the firelight. Their faces were painted and their eyes reflected a dangerous fervor. One figure, wrapped in the snarling pelt of a wolf, moved among them, an ancient song on his lips. The words carried meaning deeper than language, their rhythm pulsing through the earth. They called themselves berserkers, not simply warriors, something other, changed. With each drum beat, each chant, those assembled felt the world sharpen around them. Breath burned hot in their chests, sweat ran cold down their backs. In time with the leader, their bodies swayed back and forth, each motion designed, deliberate. Not chaos, induction. Shadows rose and flickered, twisting painted faces into masks. Ancient plates and tapestries would one day bear this moment, a ritual that others may have called madness, but was in truth meticulous preparation. Torslunda plates, inscribed bronze, captured gods in animal skins, leading men through the threshold of consciousness. Hallucination, some would say. But in the heart of the storm, every sensation was vivid and real. The drum, the song, the ragged smell of herbs thrown onto the fire, smoke making eyes weep while the mind sharpened into something wild. In these hours, the warriors abandoned the boundaries of ordinary thought. Pain became a distant echo. Fear was diminished, trembling hands stilled by force of will and belief. Through the binding power of ritual and rhythm, and perhaps the alkaloid haze of henbane or nightshade, their minds bent around a single imperative: fight without hesitation, without restraint. Their instructor guided them, not simply into frenzy, but into a state modern minds might call dissociation, a place where self-preservation relaxed its grip. Hours later, they would descend upon their foes, wild eyes blazing, howls erupting. The famous Lewis Chessmen would be carved in their likeness, mouths locked on shields in unspoken warning. These were not mere decorations, but the memory of what people witnessed: men transformed, animal ferocity given voice and form. Archaeologists, centuries in the future, would reconstruct the ragged shreds of the Oseberg Tapestries, revealing figures locked in synchronized movement, masked faces blurred in ritual. Historians would debate, myth or practice, but the evidence was written in hard materials and fearful memory. This was no myth. And yet the price was steep. When the fires of battle faded and war songs died, the berserker found himself adrift. The brain taught to dislocate sometimes could not return. Families watched the men who had been their protectors stalk the village with haunted faces, their eyes seeing enemies where none existed. Songs that once invited transformation echoed as lonely dirges, as the berserker became a stranger even among kin. By the end of the Viking Age, berserkers were feared not only on the battlefield, but at hearth and home. Dangerous not only to their foes, but sometimes to themselves. The cost of abandoning humanity in pursuit of strength became a heavy burden, a truth that come peace, some would struggle to endure. And so the final legacy of the berserker was not simply how they fought, but what it cost them, and all those who loved them, to be forged into living weapons. Like, share, and subscribe for more history.